Welcome to the Full-Time FBA Show. In each episode, it's our goal to help you turn part-time hours into a full-time income selling almost anything on Amazon. And now, your hosts of the show, Stephen and Rebecca Smotherman.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. We are on episode 275 this week. We're talking about 4 Amazon reseller trends you can't ignore in 2025. Stephen, can you believe that we're already on the 3rd episode of 2025?
I can't believe it. You know, if I was still writing checks, I would still be writing it back. I would probably still be writing 2023 if I was still writing checks.
We don't write checks. We don't write paper checks.
No, we don't do that. But we do keep up with reseller trends. So let's get into that episode today.
All right, welcome to the Full-Time FBA Show, where today we're going to share with you the top reseller trends for Amazon reselling in 2025. We know that most of you who are listening today usually keep up with our latest episodes as they drop Monday mornings. But we also understand that some of you are listening to older episodes, and you might be curious if these top trends for 2025 are still applicable for the year or month you're hearing this episode. And for you, we recommend being sure that you're signed up for our email newsletter. That way you know that everything you're getting emailed to you each week is the latest and greatest in reseller strategies that are working right now in the Amazon world. So be sure you go to fulltimefba.com/subscribe so you don't miss out on everything we have to offer, so you too can turn part-time hours into a full-time income.
All right, so let's jump into the 4 top reseller trends for 2025. And just so you know, these 4 trends might not be the newest and freshest strategies, but they are the strategies that most Amazon sellers who are making a full-time income selling on Amazon right now are focusing on right now. And so we want to make sure that you don't miss out on these strategies because they are the best, most profit-driven strategies that Amazon sellers are doing and working on. And the first trend that Amazon resellers are doing right now, both beginner and experienced sellers, is using leads lists to find profitable inventory to sell on Amazon.
Now, leads lists, of course, are not a new thing, but more and more resellers are starting to discover all of the amazing ways to use leads lists to find inventory to sell on Amazon. So if you've never heard of a leads list, it's basically a subscription-based model where you, the seller, gets access to, usually every weekday, a list of profitable items you can buy online to sell on Amazon. There are many different lists with different parameters for each list out there, but this is a way that both beginner and experienced sellers can find items to sell on Amazon on a consistent basis.
Absolutely. And let me tell you this, if you've ever subscribed to a deal list and you didn't think it was worth the investment, you are either on a bad list or you're doing it wrong. In fact, if all you do with a leads list is check your leads for the day, decide on if you want to buy, and then buy it. And if you're done, if that's all you're doing it wrong. That's like the same strategy as ordering a 7-course meal and only eating the appetizer and then complaining it wasn't worth the higher cost. Of course, it wasn't worth the higher cost if you're only eating the mozzarella cheese sticks. I mean, those cheese sticks might be amazing, but you've paid for a 7-course meal. So be sure you enjoy all 7 courses of the meal you've paid for. And in an upcoming episode, probably next week in the podcast, we're going to outline the ways that you can use deal lists to maximize your profits. So be listening for that. But if you're wanting to start using a deal list now, we highly recommend OA Success Leads. It's a leads list subscription where you get 75 to 80 high quality products per week that you can sell on Amazon for a profit. You'll also get some helpful training videos on how to really benefit from the OA Success Leads so that you're not just focusing on the appetizers, but you're getting the full 7-course experience. So you can check it out, fulltimefba.com/OA Success. And if you're not using a daily leads list, then you're really missing out on a lot of profit opportunities in your Amazon FBA business.
Before we move on to the next point, I just want to say if I order a 7-course meal and the appetizer is mozzarella cheese sticks, I am questioning what restaurant we're at and why are we here.
I'm trying to save money, girl. Come on.
No, I need something fancier. If it's a 7-course meal, I need something more than mozzarella sticks. All right. So reseller trend number 2 that successful sellers are focusing on in 2025 is this: moving away from selling one-off items and focusing more on finding reprints to sell on Amazon. Again, this is not a brand new strategy. It is one, though, that is becoming the main go-to strategy for Amazon sellers who want a more profitable, consistent, and growing Amazon business. This is a topic that not a lot of people were talking about a few years back, but it's just grown in popularity. We brought out a replens course a few years back, and now it seems like a lot of people are talking about this. But in short, replens are items you can find on a consistent basis that are selling on Amazon for a profit on a consistent basis. Finding replens helps you scale your business, find long-term growth, helps you find peace in your Amazon business. It brings cash flow. If you're not focusing on finding consistent sources of replens for your business, your path toward making a full-time income on Amazon is just going to be that much harder, if not almost impossible. If you're wanting to start selling replens on Amazon and know how to find them the quickest and surest way, we have a few resources to help you. And the first is that course that I mentioned, the Reseller's Guide to Replens. You can find out about this video course at fulltimefba.com/replens. Replens is also one of the main focus points of our full-time FBA coaching program. So if you know you need more than a video course, but you also would like interactive coaching to help you find the success you're wanting, then check out our coaching program at fulltimefba.com/coaching.
All right, reseller trend number 3 is one that I think every Amazon seller should focus on eventually adding to their Amazon business model, and that's adding wholesale sourcing to their retail or online arbitrage sourcing that they're already taking part in. Most Amazon sellers start selling on Amazon with either retail arbitrage, going to local retail stores to find profitable inventory, or online arbitrage, finding that profitable inventory to buy and sell online and sell it on Amazon. So if you're selling via retail or online arbitrage and you're looking for more consistent ways to make good money selling on Amazon, you really need to level up your Amazon business by learning what it takes to add wholesale products to your Amazon business.
Absolutely. Wholesale not only lets you source inventory at the lowest possible price by buying directly from the manufacturer, but it also helps you go as deep as you want to go on sourcing multiples of items to sell on Amazon. Don't you get annoyed if you start selling something on Amazon and you sell out and then you can never find it again to restock? That is a common problem with arbitrage. And we talked about key number 2 today being finding more replens. And that's why key number 3 is so important, because almost all wholesale items can become a replen. They can become something that you order and sell on a consistent basis. Once it starts to sell out, you just reorder from the brand, replenish your stock. And if you time up your ordering and you're reordering correctly, you will never go out of stock of those top selling inventory items. Wholesale really does bring about more stability and long-term profits to your Amazon business.
Yeah, wholesale is awesome, but it's also super hard to do the right way. And that's why twice a year we do a free wholesale training workshop to help you get the ball rolling on wholesale. So if you want to be notified when our next wholesale training is going to launch, then go to fulltimefba.com/wholesale workshop, and we will email you as soon as the next workshop signups begin to open up.
All right, let's jump into the final trend for 2025. You need to be aware of this as an Amazon reseller and beyond 2025 even, and that's this. You need coaching. Now, some of you might be rolling your eyes at me saying this because, yes, we do offer coaching to go along with our standalone video courses. But the fact that we are coaches actually helped us finally see the great need there is for coaches to help someone find success selling on Amazon. There are many people who come to us because they need our help, and we end up spending many hours helping people overcome some of the mistakes that our coaching clients thought were the right way to sell on Amazon. And we had to reteach them and remold them into the kind of seller who can start making a full-time income selling on Amazon.
Yeah, and not only that, but think about it this way. No matter who you are listening to this podcast, you probably excel in something. Maybe it's you excel in a sport or a skill or a hobby or something you just know beyond a shadow of a doubt you are better at that one thing than the average person. For me, it's selling on Amazon and the skill of teaching. For Rebecca, it's proofreading and it's cooking. By the way, if you ever see any typo or grammatical error or anything from Full-Time FBA, that's on me. That's probably because I didn't ask Rebecca to proofread it. But Rebecca, even though you're highly skilled in proofreading, have you ever taken a course or received coaching on proofreading?
Yes, of course I have.
And even though you're an amazing cook, have you ever been coached or learned new cooking skills?
Yes, I love to learn new cooking skills. I love to take cooking classes. And in fact, I went to Italy this year and learned how to cook ravioli from a chef.
Oh, so good too.
Yes. I have practiced that skill here at home.
Yes. And I'm the happy taste tester for all of your food. And okay, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. But one of the best realizations that you, our listener, can make this year is this. You need coaching. Coaching helps you see the blind spots in the ways that you do things that you simply cannot see. Coaching helps fix issues early on so that they don't become horrible, costly habits in your Amazon business. Coaches give you the encouragement on things that you are doing well so that even if you're doing the right things, you don't have to worry or wonder if you're doing the right things right. Coaching helps improve upon the things that you need help with. It helps keep you doing the right things correctly. In fact, some of you can even think right now of a coach you've had in your past, whether sports or whatever, who's had a huge impact on your life. And honestly, we would love to have that same kind of impact, that helpful impact on your life by helping you coach you in your Amazon business.
If you're a seller on Amazon and you're doing this on your own and you keep wondering what you're doing wrong because you're not seeing the results you expected, then maybe it's time. Actually, cut the maybe. It's time for you to start getting the coaching you need to finally make a full-time income selling on Amazon. And yes, we would love to help you do that.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been coaching people to sell on Amazon and make a full-time income selling on Amazon for over 12 years. And we'd love to help you finally start pulling in a full-time income selling on Amazon. We can help coach you how to use a leads list the right way, how to find those profitable replens to sell on Amazon, how to rightly expand into wholesale sourcing, how to use all the tools the right way to be able to make that full-time income, all of that within our full-time FBA coaching program. So if you're interested in getting coaching, go to fulltimefba.com/coaching. Check out the full-time FBA coaching program. We'd love to help you. We'd love for you to join us today and start that path toward making a full-time income selling on Amazon.
Thank you so much for joining us this week on the Full-Time FBA Show. As always, we have the show notes for you and the links, which I know we threw a lot of links at you this week. They're in that show notes page there at fulltimefba.com/275 because this is episode number 275.
And next week on the show, we're going to break down how to maximize profits using online arbitrage deal list subscriptions. Come back because we're going to give you more than just the first course. We're going to give you all 7 courses next week on the Full-Time FBA Show.
That's all for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. So head over to fulltimefba.com/podcast, where you'll find the show notes and links from this episode. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter where you'll get several free downloads of our popular and helpful Amazon FBA resources. Now, take action on what you've learned today so you can find success at turning part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA.